doing something that I haven't shared in forever, and that is a Decorate With Me segment. There's some major holidays coming up, and I am getting this little old house ready for it. So I'd love to share what I've gotten done so far with you all today. Welcome, everybody. My name is Shelby. The channel is A Chick Plus 3. I'm so excited you're here, so I'm not going to do any more jabbing. We're going to jump right into things. What do you say? I say, let's go. It's Tuesday. Bill picked up another senior meal, so $6.50. And what is this? I thought it was a chicken dish.
Yeah, it should be hoisin chicken
over rice.
Over rice, yeah.
Well, enjoy.
Oh, brown rice. Or fried rice.
Not a bad plate size of food.
That looks hearty. Oh.
All right, enjoy. All right, I want to share this collection with you all. I get it. It's a lot, maybe too much for some people, but I love all of this Santa collection. This is all stuff that came from like Bill's grandmother, my parents, things from when our boys were little. And I kind of like the impact that it makes all together in one spot as opposed to them kind of being scattered throughout our house. Okay, so we'll start up here. Now, this is a newer piece, of course, this Santa mailbox, but we got that probably, I don't know, half a dozen years ago or something for the kids to put their letters in. I love this piece here, this old plastic piece. I couldn't tell you how old that is. I know this is an electric Santa, a small blow mold. He would hold a lit candle. That came from Bill's parents' home in here. This guy doesn't stand anymore. He's a wax candle. Ceramic pieces. The dog got hold of that a few years ago. That's an Annalie Christmas mouse. My youngest son, of course, who now is an adult, had made that for me. More plastic, old vintage Santa in a sleigh. That's one of those, what do you call them? They're like nesting, like a Russian doll, a Russian nesting doll, Santas. This was Bill's from when he was a baby. Our grandson had painted that train. So you can just see all kinds of vintage goodness. This was mine from when I was a child. It still works. It winds up and the bell rings. So yeah, it's funny because all of this stuff that was new to me in my lifetime is now vintage. Here's more of a collection. This glove was Bill's baby toy. So we keep that in our Christmas display. These, of course, are new this year. Bill made me these. I showed you guys those in an earlier video. They're from Dollar Tree, the Make It blocks. I love this plastic tree. I made this sequin tree when I was a kid. Plastic poinsettia. These belonged to Bill's mother, this set of mice, little Santas. My eldest son had made me that. So yeah, that is my Santa collection. Oh, this vintage crocheted piece, I like that. All these little things. These came from my mother. So this is one of my favorite displays that I do every year. And I'll mix up where I put it out, but it all goes out every year without fail. All right, I've done some decorating in my kitchen. I have our little vignette here. These are Molly Hatch mugs. They're from the UK. I got those in 2020. I keep this out because Bill uses that to make the coffee syrup that we put in our homemade iced coffees. I have one of my favorite towels, my best Mimi ever. Picked that up a few years ago, probably at like a Home Goods. On the cupboards, I have hung the gingerbread bows. I picked these up at Walmart, and I only knew of their existence because of Sway from Sway's Deals channel. And so super sweet. And I think they were $2.77 a piece. So I bought 3 of them. So I have them there, 2 of them there. And then I'll swing it around and show you the other one. And then I have the other one on this cupboard. It was going to be too expensive to get one for every cupboard, and in all honesty, that would be a little bit too overwhelming, I thought. Because our kitchen is small, so there's not a lot of cupboards, and so decor on every single cupboard would kind of be a lot. And I'm sorry, that squeaking you hear in the background is Miss Cora playing with a new toy. Our son's family picked up a package of dog toys for the pups, although Mr. Bryn his way of playing is looking at the others play and barking at them. But Cora and Harley definitely love the squeaker toys. Oh, and I see a decoration behind me, so here, I'll turn the camera around and show you that. I don't have any scent pod in it right now, but I picked this up. It was either last year or the year before from Walmart. And isn't it cute, his chewed off leg? And, you know, whether I put a fragrance in it or not, I really honestly don't care. I think it looks cute just how it is. On our fridge, I have this Christmas calendar. I have no idea where it came from. Somebody posted it on our town's Facebook free site, and so I commented that I would love it, and I was chosen to get it. Now, I put this little guy in it. He came from the Target dollar spot probably last year for $1, and they have ones very similar this year, so I'm going to just use him as the marker to move it along. You could put little treats in there like candy, things like that, but if I put food in it, Harley will get into it. So I thought it would be more fun just to move this little stuffy around, and so far she's leaving it alone. Over here on the counter, it's kind of stuffed full right now, but the lid does go down tight. And this is also that Molly Hatch brand from the UK, the cookie jar. And again, I got this one, I got the mug, so I want to say that was like 2020. I have this little vignette set up on the back of our stove. This is always here. This is from the Dollar Tree way, way back in the day. This, my friend Dory sent me that. It's probably been at least a couple of years. And then these little guys probably came from a Walmart or a Target, the gingerbread people. So I think they look sweet there. It's not 1:30. Our clock's never set correctly on this oven. These are more trays that I got on that free site. So the lady that gave me the Christmas calendar gave me this tray here, and I had looked on the back of it, and it's Isaac Mizrahi, so that's really nice. But this was the one I really wanted when I saw her post. To look at the vintage goodness of this thing. No markings on it, but we love using trays. You just put like a paper plate on them. So I have my collection of like thrifted vintage trays, and then that's a Christmas one that I've had for years and years, and the same thing with that one. That's one from the Dollar Tree. So I have those there. And yes, this clutter stuff, real life, my little kitchen, I just keep it real. And these are some little salt and pepper shakers. I love these. It's a little streetcar, and it says that it is a souvenir of San Francisco. They are made in Japan. There you go. See that? And they have their original corks. I think these are awesome. Bill found these in an antique mall probably at least a few years ago, and he really liked them because they're decked out for Christmas. And then on our little wooden bureau here, and this is something that came from my grandparents. This thing is ancient. I have this gingerbread table runner, Bill's Banana. Oh, this is Dollar Tree. Has the never-ending supply of Halloween candy in there. This is years old, though. Here's a better look at the table runner. And I actually got this last year after Christmas on clearance for less than $3. So that was why I picked that up. And then I just hung a couple little gingerbread people on the knobs there. Oh, and on my DIY spice rack, I hung these little gingerbread like cookie ornaments. They're really heavy, but they fit kind of nice. Obviously, if I keep touching them, they're gonna fall, but just sitting there, they work out well. And those originally came from Walmart. Now up here we have some of our vintage finds. I love this salt and pepper shaker. So that comes out at Christmas. All of these other ones, my little collection, I leave out year round. I put a couple of gingerbread people up there and a little gingerbread syrup bottle. And then if I slowly move you down, I need to fill this with more napkins. My vintage hammered copper napkin holder. And then these are the gingerbread trees. These are new. I picked these up this year at Target for $1 a piece. Did I show you guys, of course, the Dollar Tree dish drying mat, which I absolutely love. And I've shown you guys before. This isn't Christmas. This is year-round, kind of our little like coffee station setup. This is a thrifted old shelf set. It fit perfectly here. This is an old hand-me-down cutting board. This, of course, is Dollar Tree. It's one of the dish drying mats. I cut it in half, and so I use that there to absorb, like we put our mugs, Bill's electric tea kettle, some vintage glass containers. This stuff is Dollar Tree. Now these are my kitchen shelves. This is a vintage glass container. I have some like felted peppermint candies in there. This little mug was a gift from one of you. These came probably 2 years ago. The measuring spoons from Target, little felted candy cane there. This is a vintage piece. Tupperware. I like this. I've had this thing forever. And then also this glass dish, Merry Christmas, from England, Royal Worcester, fine bone china. So that's an item that was given to us. Little display here. Stackable mugs. I have my angel babies, of course, their photos. This is a sponge from last year from Aldi. It was a 2-pack. I used one, so I've got the second one set there. This was a gift to me. This is the other Molly Hatch mug there. Little tree. I guess I should fluff that up. Gingerbread cookie jar. That probably came from Walmart. Little wooden gingerbread there. And up there, what I did this year was I had some placemats that we were not using. And so that's a no-sew valance. All I did was slit the edges at the top of the placemat on the 2 top corners and then just fed the rod through it. So that's actually 3 placemats. I have a set of 4, so I have 1 more placemat. But I thought that came out perfectly. So I think that's pretty much the kitchen, because I need the decor, a lot of it, to be like practical. Also, again, small spaces. So I don't think I'm gonna put anything else in here. Different years I've done different things, but I think this is gonna be it for this year. And a lot of our things that have been handed down from my parents, Bill's parents, his grandmother, I don't put those in the kitchen. That stuff ends up elsewhere. Although, like, those salt and pepper shakers are old, so there's still a decent amount of vintage stuff in here. But yes, so that's how my kitchen is looking right now anyways, and I think it's pretty festive. I think it's pretty decked out for Christmas. I don't feel like it's a ton of stuff, and for some people it may be way too much, so you never know. But I'm pleased with it so far, so I have time. I may do a little bit of tweaking here and there. We'll see. Miss Cora just got picked up from the groomers. She's got her little bag of treats she shared with the others. They said she did really good. Look at how pretty you are, baby. There's my Miss Cora. Yes, Harley too. Yes, you smell her fresh scent, her shampooey. Yes, and there's Mr. Bryn. I thought we would decorate this little tree today. I got this a few years ago, I want to say at Walmart. I put it in this old metal flower canister. I thrifted years and years ago. I have like the canister set, or at least 3 pieces of it. So I just took the lid off and put the tree down in that to make it nice and steady. And I think it looks cute. And what I'm going to put on this tree is I have a German glass collection, so the German glass ornaments. So that's what I'm going to put on this tree this year. So I hope the lighting is okay, because my house was built in 1920 and there's 0 overhead lighting, and I just have 2 little lamps and they're far away, and there's a window here, so some light is coming in that. But I think I'm just going to use 1 box of my collection, and then I have this tree topper. We picked this up half a dozen years ago. I usually put this on my silver tinsel tree, but this year I think what I'm going to do down here is just this one little tree, and then after Thanksgiving put up our larger tree on the other side of the room. And then I have a bunch of little trees, so I'll probably put one in the primary bedroom this year too. But I like to do things in stages. So we'll get the tree topper up there first. I think that looks pretty great. All right, I just adjusted the camera. Hopefully now you can see the tree topper better. And when I have the tree all decorated, I will give you guys a closer look, because I also have a really nice vintage Swedish Christmas table scarf on the old desk here. Now, I grew up in a house that my parents ran a Christmas business, and it was open year-round. So these are some of the original ornaments that were sold back then. In fact, something that's really funny is here's the old little paper price tags. Remember back in the day, price tags, no barcodes. So these were $7.39. So that was pricey back then, because I think that's pricey now. So here's the first one that I'm going to put up. It's like a little taxi cab, a red taxi. There's a snowman. He was $10.50. I won't tell you the price of all of them. I just thought that was interesting. That's in my mother's handwriting, and she passed away a long time ago. All right, let's see. Frosty there. And the big tree, I'll get help from the Grants. I do like to do this one myself because these ornaments are extremely fragile. This is a Mother Goose. We have a polar bear. I love this one, the little Christmas house. These are very detailed. A basket of poinsettias. I don't know, a radish, an onion. I've never been quite sure. I love the peach. A cat. We have a jester. I actually have two of those. So I think just to add color, I'll hang one in the back. Because the light reflects and it looks very pretty. And then a clef, a music clef. This is a long one. And then a sweet little bear. All right, I may tweak some of these. This is where being a Virgo comes into play. All right, I won't make you guys sit here and watch me mess with every ornament. Let me take the camera off the tripod and give you a closer look. All right, so here we go. This is the very old desk that it sits on that belonged to my parents. There's a basket or a dog bed full of doggy toys. This is the vintage table scarf that I was talking about. I absolutely love this. I don't know. We probably have had it at least 5 years, if not longer. This is the flower canister that I have the tree in. All right, and now I'll show you the tree closer. Okay, there's the tree topper. So again, that is something Bill and I thrifted. That did not belong to family. All these paintings behind came from family members or we thrifted. So here is the German glass. There's the snowman, the basket of poinsettias, the musical clef, Mother Goose, the jester, one of my favorites, the house, teddy bear, the peach. Jury's out on that. Radish, onion, not exactly sure. What does a Brussels sprout look like? Maybe it's some type of sprout. I gotta fix that. I don't like how it's hanging crooked. The red car. And the polar bear with his cute little scarf. All right, so there it is. What I'll do is get a shot of it tonight in the dark because the window right over here sending the light in is throwing off how it looks. All right, it's darker out now, late afternoon, so this is what the tree is looking like now. And when I showed you the close-up of the ornaments, I forgot to show you the sweet little kitty.